What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Cans Packs Talk Patriots podcast. I hope all y'all doing all right. I know I am, man. I'm get things ready, man. Probably gonna have a nice Super Bowl party tomorrow. We got the daggone Philadelphia Eagles versus the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. It's gonna be a big game, man. Although I do wish my Patriots, my beloved Patriots, was playing in the game, but they're not going to be in it, unfortunately. And they haven't been in the last couple of years. Last time we were in it, we did beat the Rams. Last time we lost to the Eagles. But that's neither here nor there. I'm here. I'm gonna come here for a little bit. Then we'll talk about the Patriots. I mean, not the Patriots. I'm gonna talk about the Patriots a little bit too. But I'm gonna start off talking about the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna give my prediction. It's gonna be a real close game, a good game. Eagles got the better roster. I do feel the Eagles got the better roster. They're more complete team, defense, offense, special teams. Chiefs do got Patrick Mahomes, and they got some pieces here and there, but they're not as deep. They're not as deep as the Eagles are. Therefore, that's why I think that's gonna be the deciding factor of the game. The Eagles just have a little more than what the Chiefs have. Patrick Mahomes, he should be healthy. I think he's healthy now. I haven't really heard a lot of talk. I think he's been a full participant in practice all week in Arizona. Jalen Hurts still dealing with the shoulder injury. I know he did say he wasn't healthy, but he didn't look like he was bothered by it in the playoffs. He was fine against 49ers and against the Giants. This Chiefs game is gonna be a little more tougher because the Chiefs not gonna let you get a lead on them and get up by two touchdowns and stuff. Like you're not gonna be able to do that against Kansas City because they're high flying. They can march up and down that field. Eagles still got a good defense. They got two good corners, James Bradbury. They got Darius Slay. They got GCG. They got Sauce. Not I'm about to say Sauce. They got Chauncey Johnson. I can't think of his daggone name, but they got Johnson back there. Um, they got a lot on that defense, and they're deep. They're dealt their D line with Josh Sweat, Brendan Graham, Fletcher Cox. Man, I can go on and on with that. Reddick, Jordan Davis. He was hurt. He was hurt for half the year, but he came back. They had him on IR. The linebackers are so, but they got some guys, man, and they deep. Sue, forgot all about Sue. They got some guys and they're deep, man. Just think the deciding factor is going to be the depth that the Eagles got, and just the Chiefs are so reliant on Patrick Mahomes being great. He has to be fabulous. He has to be great for them to win this game. They got Juju, they got Tony. We haven't seen a lot from Sky Moore. They got Pacheco in the backfield and Jarrett McKinnon. I know they activated Clyde Edwards-Helaire, but that Travis Kelce is the main guy. You take Kelce away, I think you can pretty much beat the Chiefs. And that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers did 2 years ago in the Super Bowl. It took Tyreek Hill away, took Kelce away. Mahomes couldn't go nowhere. It actually forced them to change up their whole like the next year they switched up the whole offensive line was a mess that year in the Super Bowl, and then the year after that they revamped the whole wide receiver corps. Now they got MVS, Marquez Vantler-Skilling, Juju Smith. I mean that's really Tony, but he's been hurt, so they really ain't got much. Juju Smith is not number one. He's somebody I wouldn't say that's gonna keep you up at night. You got to worry about a little bit, but he ain't gonna keep you up at night. But I do think this game is due for somebody from the Chiefs making a play that we haven't heard of. Maybe it might be a big breakout game for Tony, maybe Sky Moore. They got some guys, man, that can break the game out if you sleep on them. They do got some guys, but coming to the game, if I'm the Eagles, they're probably not worried about none of those Chiefs wide receivers, but Kelce. It's probably all they're gonna worry about, man. It's Travis Kelce. And that's what I'd be worried about if I was them. I think the Eagles with A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, Quez Watkins, Dallas Goedert, Miles Sanders in the backfield, Jalen Hurts. I mean, just him running the ball is going to be a lot for the Chiefs to handle. And I think that I think the Eagles going to win it. I'm going to go 28-23, maybe 28-20. It's going to be a one possession game, one score game. I'm going to go with the Eagles, man. I just think they're the better team. And they just won the Super Bowl a few years ago when they beat the Patriots, unfortunately. I just think the Eagles, it's their time. Yes, the Chiefs just lost the Super Bowl a couple years ago, but I just think the Eagles, man, I just think it's meant for them to win this year, man. It's been a great story. Jalen Hurts coming in for Carson Wentz a couple years ago. I'm going to go with the Eagles in a close one, man. I think it's going to be a real good game, though. Real good game. I think it's going to be a real good game. I really do. And I'm going to go with the Eagles in a close one. Yep, Jalen Hurts. I think that the deciding factor is going to be Jalen Hurts. He's going to have to make a couple of throws this game because the Chiefs, they're going to probably gear it to try to contain that running game. They're not scared of Jalen Hurts. I don't care if he's MVP runner-up or none of that. They don't care about that. You know what I mean? And yeah, they got some pieces on the outside, but they probably want to put the game in Jalen Hurts' hand, make Jalen Hurts throw the ball. And I think he's gonna be able to do it tomorrow. I think he'll be able to do it. Patrick Mahomes did win MVP the other night, so they did give him MVP at the honors, and I think that's going to motivate the Eagles and Jalen Hurts a lot. It's going to motivate them a lot. And then all the smack talk is coming out about the Eagles from the 49ers, who they just played in the NFC Championship game, talking about they're not that good, they don't know how good the defense is, and they didn't get a full. You know, in this game, the Eagles, I think the Eagles just have more. They're gonna be a little motivated, and I think they're gonna win it. I think Eagles gonna win, man. I'm gonna go with Philadelphia, like I just said, 28-24, man. I think, like I said, we in store for a big game, real good game. Moving on to some Patriots updates, man. Robert Kraft did an interview the other day. He talked about he's been spending some time with Tom Brady since he retired. Um, he's been in communication with Tom Brady. They're trying to get together a 1-day contract. Hopefully, sometimes hopefully, I'm hoping that it happens before the season starts, but we don't know. Have to keep y'all posted on that. But it's good that all that is coming together. Brady had Belichick on his podcast last week. I listened to that. It's a real good listen. I would advise y'all to go listen to it. Real good. Had Peyton up there, Belichick, Mahomes was up there, Gronk came through. It was a real good podcast on the Let's Go podcast with Tom Brady. Want y'all should go listen to that. And Robert Kraft talked about he said he's not going to sell the team. And he talked about Mac Jones. He believed in Mac Jones. He liked what we did in the offseason, bringing in Bill O'Brien. He liked the moves that we made, and he think he's looking forward to the season. Man, he wants to get back into winning championships. That's what he said. Man, it was a real great interview he had. I think it was on Fox or something like that. But he's ready for us to get back into winning championships. So I like what I'm hearing coming out of Patriots world right now, man. I do like what I'm hearing. This whole offseason has been pretty good, man. Been a pretty good offseason. Starting off after the loss to the Bills, when Belichick said that the offseason starts today, put out the daggone, put the notice out that we're bringing back Gerard Mayo. He's not going to be interviewing nowhere else. Brought in Bill O'Brien, brought in some of his guys, brought in one of his assistants. Then last week, brought in Adrian Clem or whatnot, formerly of the Oregon Ducks and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Like, we've been busy, man. We've been busy, and this next month after the Super Bowl, this next month is going to be all about player development and personnel. So we're going to next month or so, we're about to see what type of players are we going to bring in this offseason. Are we going to finally get that number one wide receiver? What we're going to do in the defense, wide receiver, offensive line. So it's about to be real big. It's about to pick up a little bit after the Super Bowl. It's really about to pick up. So I like where things is heading. I can't wait. We're a little less than a month away from free agency. So we're a little over a month from free agency. I think free agency starts March the 15th. So but the window, you could talk a couple of days before. So I think like the 11th I think it's the 13th. I've seen is when you can start talking. So we got a month to go to a free agency, and I'm gonna have a lot of shows. I'm breaking down a lot of shows talking about who's our good fits for the Pats, free agency, and draft. I'm gonna do a mock draft, and sometime in the next few weeks, y'all bear with me on that. Got mock draft. We got free agency boys coming. I got I'm gonna have some guests on. A lot of things coming in the next coming weeks. I've been kind of slacking because I'm waiting for the playoffs. Then you got the Super Bowl that was going on, so I know a lot of Patriots want a lot of stuff going on, but it's about to pick up a little bit. So I want Super Bowl to die down for a little bit. And next week, man, I expect to be out here going full throttle with this show, with this channel. And like I always say, man, we're gonna grow it. It's gonna be we're gonna have a big offseason, man. We'll have a big offseason. I appreciate everyone that joins me and all that, man. Just be sharing that, liking that, viewing it. I really appreciate it. It means a whole lot. But I just want to come in here a little bit and talk about the Super Bowl, give my prediction, some of the latest Patriot updates. Like I just said, Tom Brady did retire and had Bill Belichick on his podcast. Please, y'all go listen to that podcast. Very good. It was him and Belichick breaking down. And Tom actually got a little emotional. He got emotional at that, man. And we all know what he meant for the Patriots, man. I hope we bring him back, man. Just sign a 1-day contract and just honor him because he deserves it. Put a statue out in front of Pat's house. Like, just put a statue out there because he deserves all of it. Deserves all his flowers, man. He meant a lot to us, man. He's gonna be missed. Oh yeah, he did officially sign his retirement papers. So I know there's a lot of chat about he might be coming back, or he's not official yet. It's official. He's not coming back. So he did sign that. So it look like he's gone. So you can move on from that. But other than that, man, I hope y'all enjoy the Super Bowl tomorrow. Stay safe, eat good, don't overdo it. Don't overdo it. And just, I mean, we got a long off season ahead of us. Patriots fans and just NFL fans, a long off season ahead of us. About to ramp up next week. I'm gonna be out here full throttle, doing probably about 2, 3 shows a week. Talking some Patriots, like I said, the draft, free agency, combine talk, all that stuff. All that's coming starting next week. And we're gonna be, hey, we're gonna take off, man. I'm ready. We're gonna take off. So I appreciate everybody joining me, and the ones that's gonna join in later on. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And that's it, man. Y'all enjoy it. Go Pats.